Naked War comes from the Pickford brothers. For those of you in the know, yes, those Pickford brothers have been making games now for nigh on 40 years. So well done, lads, yous are doing well, yous are looking good on it. No, really no. What is Naked War, Ryan? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I was just about to move on to that. For those of you who like to stalk myself and Robert, you might recognise this from some other thing that we made where we covered it on that we can't talk about. That's an interesting story, isn't it? Naked War is a turn-based, two-player strategy game, but with a twist. Because when you're losing, you close fire off. In the game, I mean, that's no the twist. And that's no a new joke I told there. The twist is, this game's played via email, which means you take your turn, right, you make your moves, you press OK in the game, right, and it emails it to somebody else, to your opponent, who is like somewhere else in the world. I can't get my head around it, it's fucking amazing. I mean, it's no use to Michael Caine, that function, but still, for a wee fly game at your work, you know, pretty handy stuff. Look at this. Look at, there's no call for that, is there? He'll get his, listeners. Don't you worry. He'll get his. As I was saying, Naked War's a great game for playing on the fly. That's its nature. You can play entirely at your own leisure. You can play it intensively, if you like, or you can steal a wee shot when nobody's looking. When that fat cow you're sitting next to's went to the toilet, you can have a wee shot in Naked War. Maybe have a wee wank if there's enough time. Or maybe just a shot at Naked War. You prude. Me, myself, as you know, have got plenty of time in my hands, so I've been playing this quite intensively for a wee while, and my reading of what Naked War was might strike a chord with some of you, because when I saw it for the first time, it worked in 3 stages, kind of. When I saw it for the first time, I thought, right, I get it, I've seen things like this before, I understand. And then I played it once, and I thought, right, I get it, right, played things like this before. But I didn't get it, and neither will you until you played it a wee while. I don't know how they managed it, they're dabbling in the dark arts again, but this game delivers what it says on their site it should deliver. You can pick it up, and you'll enjoy it for a wee while. You'll get beasted more than likely, but you'll enjoy it. But it's only once you've been beasted a few times that you'll start to realise the mistakes you were making. You'll realise that you haven't been managing your moves properly, you haven't been using the power-ups properly, and most importantly, you haven't been keeping an eye on the doofers, because that's how you win, you collect all the doofers. It's once I took all of that on board that I entered that 3rd stage I was talking about, and I realised, this is a fucking strategy game. And not just a strategy game, a really good one, because once you're more aware of what you're doing, and if you're playing against somebody else that knows what they're doing, that's when you start to see a wee flicker of genius. The game becomes more than the sum of its parts. It's been built, Naked War, but the players make the game. Each individual map with each individual player is different, and because of the way the game's designed, if a player's good enough and smart enough, they can be on the brink of defeat and still battle their way back. That's what I mean about it. You and the other player write your own storyline. It's one of the games that when it's finished you play the game over and over again in your head. There are some things in Naked War I don't particularly care for. Using demobbed guys to block your opponent's path, or vehicle jumping to heal yourself, feels a wee bit like you're exploiting the game. But who am I to say? But a fat poof. News in brief is, I love Naked War. I love it like a big gay. It's a fucking gem, a cracker. Right now it's at the beta stage, but that shouldn't stop you signing up, so get it done. Here's a word for one of the makers, John Pickford.
Hello, Scotland.
Hooray!